Hello guys, in this video I'll explain to you how to install WordPress on your website manually using FTP. So the first step we're going to do is open our Explorer and go to wordpress.org/download. And we're going to click on this button over here, download WordPress. And once we have downloaded the file, we shall see this file over here is going to be a zip file. So once we unzip it, we shall see this folder here called WordPress with these files on it. So once we've done this, we're going to open our FileC client platform and search for the WordPress folder we just downloaded. In this case, it will be this folder over here. So once we have found our folder on our local computer, we're going to go to our right side and click on this folder called www. We're going to make right click over it and we're going to select create new directory. We're going to name it as WP tutorial. We can name this folder as one. So once we have our folder, we're going to go to our left side on our local computer and open the WordPress folder. We're going to select the files that are inside of it. We're going to drag them to the folder we just made on our remote site. In this case, it will be called WP tutorial. I must warn you, you must drag the files that are inside the WordPress folder, but you can't drag the folder itself. So this will take a while because there are almost like 900 files. So we're just going to wait to the files to be transferred. So once our files are transferred, we shall see the files that are inside our folder called WP tutorial. You shall see these files that we just transferred. So once we've done this, we're going to open Explorer, a new tab. We're going to write our domain site /cpanel. So this will take us to this window where we're going to log in into our cPanel. In this case, I'm going to log in with my domain. So once we're inside our cPanel of our domain, we're going to go to the database area over here. I'm going to click on MySQL databases. This will open our MySQL manager. So we're going to create a new database. In this case, I'm going to call it WP tutorial. You can name this new database as you wish. You gotta understand that even though you only write the name of the database, the full name will be your domain underscore and the new database name. So we're gonna click on create database. So this will take us to this window where it's gonna confirm that the database was added. We're going to click on go back, and now we're going to go down and create a new username. In this case, I'm going to call it WP admin. We're going to write a password. We're going to click on create user. This will give us this window where it's going to confirm us the new username was created. We're going to click on go back. So once we have made our new database and our new user, we need to add to a database the user. So we're going to select and over here the user, and this is going to be WP admin. We're going to select the database. In this case, it will be WP tutorial. So once we've done this, we're going to click on add. So this will take us to this window where we're going to select the privileges we want this user to have over the database. We're going to click on all privileges. We're going to click on make changes. So this will confirm us that the username was added to the database. So we're going to click on go back. So once we've done this, we're going to open a new tab and we're going to write our domain site name. We're going to write / and we're going to write the folder where we just transfer the files of WordPress on our FileZilla. In this case, it's going to be WP tutorial. So we're going to write /WP tutorial slash, and then we're gonna write wp hyphen admin. This is gonna give us an error because we haven't created a configuration file. So we're gonna select on create configuration file, and this will give us this list of the information they're gonna ask us. So we're gonna click on let's go. So now we're gonna write our database name, our username, our password, our database host, and our table prefix. So we're gonna write our database name, which will be the one we just made over here. It's gonna be called our your domain underscore WP tutorial. So we're gonna write it as your domain underscore and your database name. Now we're gonna write the username. In this case, it will be the username we just created on cPanel, which will be your domain site underscore WP admin in this case. So we're gonna write it over here. Now we're gonna write our password. Now it's gonna ask us our database host. We should leave it as localhost. It works this way. And in table prefix, we should leave it just as it is also. So we're gonna click on submit. So usually when you click on submit, it will take you directly to the other configuration fields. But in this case, it will give us an error. So I'm gonna teach you how to install the configuration file manually. So the first step we're gonna do is select the text we have on this window and copy. Now we're gonna open FileZilla and we're gonna search for a file called wp-config-sample.php. So we're gonna make right click and we're gonna click on edit. So we're gonna select the text we have on this file and we're gonna replace it by the text we just copied over here. So once we've done this, we're gonna click on file and we're gonna click as save as. So we're gonna save it as wp-config.php. Really necessary to save it as. So we're gonna click on save. We're gonna close this window. We're gonna open our FileZilla again. And we're gonna search for the file we just made. So once we have our file, we're gonna select it and we're gonna transfer it to our folder called WP tutorial. So we're just gonna drag it. So once our file is dragged into our remote site, we're gonna go again to Explorer. We're gonna click on run the install. So this will give us now this window. We're gonna add some information to our website. In this case, it's gonna be the site title. I'm gonna write it as WordPress tutorial. Now we're gonna add a new username. In this case, I'm gonna add it as admin. And now we're gonna write our password twice. So now we're gonna write an email. In this case, it can be your email. And we're gonna click on install WordPress. So this will give us this window. We're gonna see that our username is admin and our password is the password we just write it. So we're gonna click on login. So this will take us to WordPress login site. So we're gonna write our username. In this case, it's gonna be admin, and our password. So once we've done this, this will take us to our dashboard on WordPress. So basically, this is all how to install the WordPress site manually using FTP. Stay tuned for the next videos and thanks for watching.